Life has a way of communicating with us in subtle, almost imperceptible ways. Sometimes the universe sends signs that most people pass by without noticing, because they are too caught up in the noise of everyday life. These signs can appear in the form of coincidences, opportunities, or even the thoughts that keep appearing in your mind repeatedly. The key to recognizing these signs is to pay attention, to be present, and to understand that nothing in your life happens by accident. When you start seeing patterns, when certain things keep showing up, when doors seem to open just at the right moment, it is not random. It is the universe aligning you with your victory. The ability to notice these signs separates those who achieve greatness from those who drift aimlessly. Every small detail, every seemingly minor occurrence carries a message. It could be a book that falls into your hands at the perfect time, a conversation with a stranger that sparks a new idea, or even a dream that seems unusually vivid, pushing you toward a realization you cannot ignore. Recognizing signs is about developing a sensitivity to the energy around you, learning to listen to the subtle whispers that guide you, and trusting that these messages have a purpose. When you see a pattern emerging, when certain people, ideas, or opportunities repeatedly come into your life, it is a signal that you are on the right path. The universe does not waste energy. Every experience, whether positive or challenging, is a message designed to redirect, refine, and prepare you for the success that is coming. Learning to interpret these signs requires patience and reflection. It demands that you slow down and observe, that you reflect on the moment, that make your heart beat faster or your mind linger in thought. Intuition plays a critical role here. The more you trust your inner guidance, the more you will be able to discern the signs meant specifically for you. Sometimes the signs are obvious, like a sudden opportunity that presents itself, and other times they are subtle, hidden in moments of stillness, nudging you quietly toward a decision or a shift in perspective. Many people dismiss these signals, thinking them as coincidence or luck. But for those who succeed, nothing is left to chance. Every step is calculated not by chance, but by alignment, by noticing the signals and acting upon them. When you begin to recognize these signs, your confidence grows. You start to see a roadmap laid out before you, even if it is not entirely clear yet. You start to understand that your life is not a series of random events, but a deliberate orchestration designed to bring you to the exact place you are meant to be. You begin to recognize that the universe is constantly speaking to you, and that every challenge, every delay, every unexpected turn is a message preparing you for the victory that is inevitable. Recognizing signs also requires faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your purpose, and faith that everything is working together for your good. When you have faith, you are able to see beyond the immediate circumstances, to look past fear and uncertainty, and to understand that every sign is a confirmation that you are moving forward. You learn to see opportunity in disguise, to appreciate the lessons hidden in every situation, and to trust that you are being guided in ways that you may not yet fully comprehend. Developing this awareness is like tuning a radio to the right frequency. The more you practice, the clearer the signals become. The more you will notice synchronicity, and the more your life will begin to feel like it is unfolding with purpose. This awareness also instills patience, because sometimes the signs are not instantaneous, and the timing of life is never fully in our control. Yet, when you notice the signs and align yourself with them, you begin to move in harmony with the flow of life, rather than against it. Every sign, every signal is a thread in the tapestry of your success. The key is to observe without judgment, to interpret without doubt, and to act without hesitation. The world is full of distractions, full of noise, but those who are able to focus on the subtle messages, to see the patterns that others overlook, are the ones who position themselves to win. Your ability to recognize these signs is not just a skill, it is a mindset. A perspective that sees beyond the ordinary and perceives the extraordinary in the ordinary, understanding that life is constantly signaling to those who are awake enough to notice that they are being guided, prepared, and positioned for greatness. Belief in yourself is the cornerstone of every success story, the invisible force that drives ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. Without belief, no amount of knowledge, skill, or opportunity can produce the results you desire, because your inner conviction fuels your actions and determines how far you are willing to go. Belief is not simply hoping for something to happen or wishing for a better future. It is a deep, unwavering understanding that you are capable of achieving what you set your mind to, regardless of the obstacles in front of you. When you truly believe in yourself, you start to see possibilities instead of limitations, solutions instead of problems, and opportunities instead of challenges. It is belief that empowers you to take bold actions when others hesitate, to persevere when the path seems impossible, and to stay focused on your vision when circumstances are not yet in your favor. The moment you develop self-belief, you stop seeking validation from others and begin to trust your own instincts, decisions, and intuition. This trust in yourself changes everything because it shifts your focus from fear to possibility, from doubt to confidence, and from hesitation to action. Belief in yourself also affects how you perceive your past experiences. Instead of seeing failures as proof that you cannot succeed, you view them as lessons that provide valuable insight, teaching you what to adjust, refine, and improve. Every setback becomes an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and refine your strategy. You begin to understand that success is not about never failing. It is about refusing to let failure define you or deter you. Your self-belief allows you to approach every challenge with resilience, knowing that you have the capacity to handle whatever comes your way. This belief is not something that appears overnight. It is cultivated through consistent practice, reflection, and reinforcement. You strengthen it by setting small goals, achieving them, and acknowledging your progress. Each achievement, no matter how minor, serves as evidence that you are capable and deserving of success. As your belief in yourself grows, you start to notice a shift in your energy, your mindset, and the way the world responds to you. People begin to recognize your confidence, your clarity, and your determination, and opportunities start to align with your focused energy. Belief in yourself also eliminates self-imposed limitations. Often, the only thing standing between you and your potential is the doubt that lives in your mind. When you replace doubt with belief, you open doors that you previously thought were closed, and you begin to act in ways that align with the reality you desire. This is why self-belief is contagious. It affects every area of your life. Your relationships, your work, your health, and your personal growth all benefit from the confidence that comes from knowing your own worth and ability. When you believe in yourself, you make decisions from a place of empowerment rather than fear, and your actions become purposeful and directed. Belief also requires courage because it challenges you to step out of your comfort zone and embrace uncertainty. The path to victory is never entirely predictable, but those who believe in themselves move forward anyway, trusting that they have what it takes to navigate the journey successfully. Every time you affirm your own abilities, you reinforce the idea that you are capable of overcoming obstacles, achieving goals, and creating the life you desire. Self-belief fuels perseverance because it convinces you that giving up is not an option. That no matter how difficult the situation may seem, you possess the inner strength to endure, adapt, and triumph. It also inspires creativity and innovation because when you trust yourself, you are willing to take risks, experiment, and explore new possibilities without being paralyzed by fear of failure. Belief in yourself transforms your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, from limitation to possibility, and from uncertainty to clarity. It creates a magnetic energy that attracts the right opportunities, people, and circumstances into your life. Your belief becomes the foundation on which all your actions are built, and every step you take toward your goals is powered by the knowledge that you are fully capable of achieving them. The more you nurture this belief, the more unstoppable you become, because it does not rely on external validation or temporary circumstances. It comes from a deep, unshakable understanding that you are equipped, worthy, and prepared to win. When you embrace this belief fully, you begin to realize that the power to shape your reality, overcome challenges, and to achieve extraordinary success has always been within you, waiting for you to claim it, trust it, and act upon it. Persistence over circumstances is the defining quality that separates those who achieve lasting success from those who merely dream about it. Life is not a straight path, and the journey toward any meaningful goal is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and challenges that can easily derail the unprepared or the faint-hearted. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to continue moving forward regardless of what is happening around you, regardless of how difficult the situation may appear, and regardless of the resistance you face from both the world and sometimes even from within yourself. It is the understanding that circumstances are temporary and that your determination and consistency will ultimately dictate your results. Many people fail not because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but because they give up too soon. They let temporary hardships define their trajectory, allowing fear, doubt, and discouragement to overpower their vision. Persistence over circumstances means refusing to let external conditions control your internal state. It is the recognition that life will always present challenges, but your response to those challenges is what shapes your destiny. When you persist, you are saying to yourself and to the world that no matter how many times you are knocked down, you will rise again, stronger, wiser, and more determined. This quality is not about blind stubbornness. It is about deliberate, focused action taken consistently toward a clearly defined goal, regardless of the difficulties that arise along the way. Persistence allows you to transform setbacks into setups, failures into lessons, and obstacles into stepping stones. Each time you encounter resistance and refuse to yield, you are training your mind, strengthening your resolve, and building the resilience necessary to handle even greater challenges. It is persistence that keeps you moving forward when the path seems impossible, when opportunities appear scarce, and when progress feels slow. Circumstances may attempt to define you, but persistence redefines the narrative, showing that your determination is stronger than any external force. Those who persist learn to see opportunities where others see dead ends. They develop a mindset that interprets challenges not as stop signs, but as signals that greater effort, creativity, and focus are required. Every setback becomes a source of insight, and every challenge becomes a chance to refine strategy, adjust approach, and reinforce commitment. Persistence also demands patience because results are rarely immediate. It requires the ability to keep taking consistent, meaningful action even when progress is invisible or slower than expected. The world often rewards those who endure longer, work harder, and maintain faith in their vision, because persistence compounds over time, creating momentum that eventually leads to breakthroughs. Circumstances are unpredictable, but persistence gives you control over your response to them. When you persist, you are asserting your power over your life, refusing to be a victim of circumstance, and claiming responsibility for your outcomes. This mindset transforms fear into courage, doubt into confidence, and obstacles into opportunities. Every person who has achieved remarkable success has faced moments where giving up seemed easier, where the world appeared to be conspiring against them, and where hope seemed distant. Yet it is in these moments that persistence proves its value. It is the quiet, relentless force that keeps you showing up, keeps you moving, and keeps you believing in the possibility of victory, even when everything around you suggests otherwise. Persistence also develops character, teaching patience, humility, and resilience. It strengthens your mental toughness and reinforces your commitment to your goals. Each challenge you overcome through persistence builds not only skill, but also confidence, self-respect, and the knowledge that you can handle more than you previously imagined. This principle applies to every area of life, career, relationships, health, personal development, and financial growth. Those who persist find ways to adapt, innovate, and continue pressing forward when others stop. They become the individuals who are recognized for their accomplishments, not because the path was easy, but because they refuse to let circumstances dictate their outcomes. Persistence over circumstances is a choice, a daily decision to remain steadfast, resilient, and focused no matter what life throws your way. It is the understanding that challenges are not barriers but tests, and that every obstacle overcome strengthens your ability to achieve greatness. Those who master persistence learn to embrace struggle as an essential part of growth and transformation, knowing that the journey itself builds the very qualities required for ultimate success. The power of persistence lies in its ability to turn ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers, because it creates a mindset that refuses to quit, refuses to settle, and refuses to be defined by anything outside of one's control. It is the relentless pursuit of a goal with courage, faith, and unwavering determination that ultimately ensures victory. And it is the force that will carry you through every trial, difficulty, and setback, transforming your efforts into the success you have envisioned. Alignment of mind and actions is one of the most powerful principles in achieving success, yet it is often overlooked or misunderstood. Many people go through life with a clear vision of what they want, but their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are scattered, inconsistent, or even contradictory. True progress is only possible when what you think, what you feel, and what you do are all in harmony with your goals. When your mind and actions are aligned, every step you take propels you closer to the life you desire, creating a force so strong that obstacles seem smaller and opportunities become more apparent. Alignment begins with clarity of purpose. Without a clearly defined goal, your actions can easily become reactive, aimless, or misdirected. When you know exactly what you want and why you want it, your thoughts naturally begin to focus on solutions rather than problems, on possibilities rather than limitations, and on opportunities rather than excuses. Your mind starts to generate ideas and strategies that support your goal, and your actions begin to reflect a deliberate and conscious pursuit of your vision. Alignment also requires honesty and self-awareness. You must examine your habits, behaviors, and routines to determine whether they are truly supporting your objectives or undermining them. Many people believe they are moving toward their goals, but if their daily actions are inconsistent with their aspirations, they are actually moving in the opposite direction. This is why reflection and self-assessment are critical components of alignment. By regularly evaluating your thoughts and actions, you can identify areas that need adjustment and ensure that your energy is being directed effectively. Emotional alignment is equally important. Your feelings, beliefs, and attitudes must support the reality you want to create. Negative emotions like fear, doubt, and resentment can act like invisible anchors, slowing your progress and creating internal resistance, even when your actions appear consistent. Learning to cultivate positive emotions, maintain an optimistic mindset, and manage your inner state allows your actions to flow naturally and effortlessly toward your goals. Alignment also involves consistency and persistence. It is not enough to act in alignment sporadically. Sustained, focused effort is required to achieve meaningful results. When your mind and actions are consistently aligned, momentum builds and progress becomes inevitable. Each decision, each habit, and each effort reinforces the trajectory toward your vision, creating a compounding effect that accelerates your growth and success. Another aspect of alignment is prioritization. Not every action, thought, or opportunity contributes to your goal, and wasting energy on distractions weakens your momentum. By aligning your actions with your highest priorities, you ensure that your energy is being used efficiently and effectively. This requires discipline, focus, and the courage to say no to things that do not serve your objectives, even when they seem appealing or urgent. Alignment also fosters clarity in decision-making. When your mind and actions are in harmony, you are able to make choices quickly and confidently, because your decisions are guided by a clear understanding of your purpose and the outcomes you are pursuing. Indecision, procrastination, and confusion diminish when there is alignment, and you become more decisive, effective, and impactful in every aspect of your life. Alignment magnifies results because it eliminates internal conflict and wasted effort. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all pulling in the same direction, energy is concentrated rather than scattered. This creates a powerful force that draws opportunities, resources, and support toward you, often in ways that seem almost effortless. People notice the consistency and integrity in your actions, and this generates trust, influence, and credibility, which further accelerates your progress. Achieving alignment is a continuous process. It requires vigilance, reflection, and adjustment because life is dynamic. New challenges or circumstances can disrupt harmony if you are not aware. Regularly checking in with yourself, reassessing your priorities, and adjusting your actions ensures that your momentum remains strong and that your path toward your goals is clear and effective. Alignment of mind and actions is not just a principle for achieving goals. It is a philosophy for living a purposeful life. When you operate in alignment, you experience a sense of flow, clarity, and confidence that transforms the way you approach challenges, interact with others, and pursue opportunities. It empowers you to act with integrity, make choices that honor your purpose, and consistently move toward the outcomes you desire. This principle amplifies everything you do, turning ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. Because when your inner world and outer actions are synchronized, the universe responds in kind, supporting your journey, guiding your steps, and opening doors that were previously invisible, creating a momentum that propels you forward, reinforcing the truth that success is not just about hard work, but about intelligent focus and intentional action that aligns perfectly with the vision you hold within your mind. And heart gratitude is one of the most underestimated yet most powerful forces that can accelerate your journey towards success. And understanding its true impact requires a shift in perspective. Many people wait to feel grateful only after achieving a certain milestone or receiving a particular reward. But real power lies in cultivating gratitude before the outcome appears. Gratitude is not merely a polite acknowledgement of the good things in life. It is a conscious practice of recognizing the value of every experience, every opportunity, and every lesson that life presents. When you develop the habit of being grateful for what you already have, you open yourself up to receiving more. The mind responds to focus. And when you consistently focus on what is good, what is working, and what you appreciate, you begin to attract more circumstances and opportunities that mirror that positive energy. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Many people operate from a place of lack, constantly seeing what they don't have rather than what they do. And this mindset creates resistance, frustration, and stagnation. When you cultivate gratitude, you change your perception of reality. You begin to see blessings where you previously saw burdens, opportunities where you previously saw obstacles, and lessons where you previously saw failures. This shift in perspective is not just emotional, it has practical, tangible effects. Gratitude affects your actions, interactions, and decisions. When you are grateful, you are more patient, more generous, more open, and more creative. Your energy changes, and that energy attracts people, resources, and experiences that support your growth. It creates a ripple effect, influencing not only your internal state, but also the external world around you. Practicing gratitude also strengthens resilience. Life is filled with setbacks, disappointments, and challenges, and it is easy to become discouraged or disheartened. Gratitude allows you to see beyond temporary difficulties and to recognize that even in struggle there is value, growth, and opportunity. Every challenge becomes a lesson, every failure a stepping stone, and every delay a chance to refine your approach. This perspective keeps you moving forward rather than being stuck in frustration or despair. Gratitude enhances your focus and clarity. When you consciously acknowledge the progress you have already made, the skills you have developed, and the resources available to you, you gain a clearer understanding of how to leverage what you have to create more. You begin to see the path forward with greater precision, making decisions that are informed, intentional, and aligned with your goals. It also strengthens relationships and builds social capital. People are naturally drawn to those who express appreciation, who recognize contributions, and who show respect and acknowledgement. Gratitude fosters trust, cooperation, and collaboration, which are essential for long-term success. In a world where many focus on entitlement or competition, gratitude distinguishes you as someone who values connection, integrity, and mutual benefit. Cultivating gratitude is a daily practice. It requires mindfulness, reflection, and intentionality. Simple habits like journaling what you are thankful for, expressing appreciation to others, or taking a moment to recognize the good in each day can transform your mindset over time. These small acts, repeated consistently, compound and create an energy that draws success, abundance, and fulfillment toward you. Gratitude also bridges the gap between vision and reality. While ambition and goal setting are important, without gratitude, you may become restless, anxious, or dissatisfied, constantly chasing without appreciating the present. Gratitude ensures that you remain anchored, balanced, and inspired while pursuing your dreams. It creates a foundation of positive energy that fuels motivation, creativity, and resilience. The more you practice gratitude, the more you begin to notice its effects in ways that seem almost magical. Opportunities appear more readily, solutions to problems become more apparent, and your overall sense of well-being increases. This is not coincidence. It is a reflection of how your energy, focus, and mindset shape your reality. Gratitude transforms your inner world, which in turn transforms your external circumstances. It aligns you with the natural flow of abundance, helping you to receive, recognize, and act on opportunities that lead to victory. By valuing what is present, you signal to yourself and to the universe that you are ready for more, that you are worthy, and that you are fully engaged in the process of growth and achievement. Every moment of appreciation compounds over time, creating a momentum that propels you forward, reinforcing your capacity to overcome obstacles, seize opportunities, and ultimately win in ways that are meaningful, lasting, and aligned with your highest purpose. Immediate action toward goals is the defining factor that separates dreamers from achievers, because ideas, intentions, And plans alone are powerless without execution. Many people have grand visions, clear goals, and inspired ideas, yet they remain stagnant because they postpone action, waiting for the perfect moment or for circumstances to be ideal. The truth is, the perfect moment rarely arrives, and waiting for it often results in lost opportunities and wasted potential. Success favors those who act promptly, decisively, and consistently, transforming possibility into reality through focused and deliberate effort. Taking immediate action begins with a mindset shift, recognizing that action is not only necessary but urgent. Every day that you delay, the world moves forward without you. Each moment spent hesitating is an opportunity slipping away, a chance to learn, grow, and advance that is lost to indecision. When you adopt the habit of immediate action, you cultivate momentum, and momentum is the force that propels progress, opening doors that were previously invisible and creating a chain reaction that accelerates achievement. Action generates feedback, and feedback is critical for refinement and improvement. When you act, you learn what works, what doesn't, and how to adjust your approach. Waiting and overthinking only create anxiety and confusion, but acting immediately produces clarity, insight, and confidence. Every step, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal, and consistent action compounds over time, producing results that far exceed what isolated ideas or intentions could achieve. Immediate action also builds courage and resilience. The first step toward any goal is often the hardest because it requires facing uncertainty, fear, and potential failure. Yet by taking action without delay, you confront these fears head-on, learning that discomfort is temporary and that progress comes from moving forward despite it. Each act of courage reinforces your confidence and strengthens your capacity to handle bigger challenges in the future. Procrastination is a habit that undermines potential, but immediate action breaks its hold. It creates a rhythm of discipline and accountability, training your mind to respond to opportunity rather than react to hesitation. When you act promptly, you become a force that the universe responds to. Because energy follows attention and execution, the law of attraction operates more powerfully when combined with action. Because taking steps toward your goals signals commitment and readiness. Action transforms ideas into experiences, and experiences are the catalysts for growth, learning, and mastery. By acting immediately, you not only advance toward your goals, but also develop the skills, knowledge, and wisdom necessary to sustain long-term success. Immediate action requires clarity of purpose and a strong connection to your goals. When your objectives are clearly defined, the steps you take are focused, purposeful, and aligned with your vision. Indecision is minimized because each action has a direction and an intention, ensuring that your energy is invested effectively. Furthermore, action breeds confidence. The more you act, the more capable you feel. Confidence is not built through contemplation alone. It is earned through experience, trial, and tangible progress. Each completed action reinforces your belief in your own ability to achieve, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of growth and momentum. Immediate action also encourages adaptability and creativity. No plan unfolds exactly as imagined, and challenges are inevitable. However, those who act quickly are better positioned to pivot, adjust, and respond to changing circumstances because they are already in motion. Waiting for perfection or certainty leads to stagnation, while action creates flexibility and responsiveness. Action multiplies opportunity. When you move quickly, doors open, connections are made, and timing aligns in your favor. Hesitation often results in missed chances, while proactive effort attracts the right people, resources, and situations that accelerate progress. It also reinforces accountability. When you commit to acting now, you take ownership of your goals, your time, and your outcomes. You stop blaming circumstances, waiting for luck, or relying on external validation, and you step into the reality that your success is directly proportional to the actions you take. Immediate action cultivates discipline because it trains you to respond to ideas and opportunities with speed, consistency, and focus. This discipline becomes a habit, and habits define your destiny. Over time, acting immediately becomes second nature, creating a rhythm of productivity, confidence, and results that is unstoppable. Every great achievement in history, every personal victory, and every transformative breakthrough began with a decision to act. The universe rewards those who are willing to move, to show up, and to do what others are unwilling to do. Immediate action bridges the gap between intention and reality, transforming dreams into tangible outcomes and ensuring that potential is realized, momentum is created, and victory becomes inevitable, reinforcing the truth that seeing an opportunity and acting on it without delay is the ultimate catalyst for success.